So in this video, we're going to talk about my favorite raise, or what I think is the most effective way of passing quarter mount. I think quarter mount is quite a tricky position if you don't know how, and yeah, we're going to have a look at it. If you like what you see, join my school for more content. It's free, and I'm also available for personalized online coaching, so DM me on school if you're interested. So now we're going to have a look at passing quarter mount. So quarter mount is quite a tricky position to work from, and our goals kind of change. So if Sticky Nicky's on his back, good. Let's see, yep. Lean towards here. So you have his ankle trapped, right? And he captures the ankle. I'm going to look at controlling this position. We're going to talk about how we get towards this position later. So the main thing is about pinning his knees. If his knees can widen, he can push my knee down towards half guard. So I want to back step, and I put my butt all on his knee, so he can't widen the knee. The second thing I want to do is control his ability to hip escape. So my leg wants to extend his leg like so and keep it blocked. So now as he tries planting his foot on the mat, it's a lot more difficult, right? Not impossible, but a lot more difficult because I'm sitting in this position here. And now for me, I want to think about grabbing his hips and attaching myself towards him. So if I leave my chest up high, he pushes my chest. So very important, once you get towards this in back step, don't play with your chest up high. Always that pressure in and hugging yourself towards him and attaching yourself here. So now as he tries pushing you away, you attach. Now from here, your goal changes. Your goal is to use any form of upper body grip to pin his far shoulder to the mat. If you can pin his far shoulder towards the mat, it's so easy to pass. And we're gonna look at different upper body grips you can use. The easiest to get is a cross face. So if you can get a cross face, attach yourself towards him. As he tries balling up, think about taking your head across and pinning him like so. That's devastating pressure. He tries to turn it now, he can't. You can insert your butterfly hook and you can easily get the pass. So we're thinking about pinning the shoulder by leaning our chest this way. Now, other upper body grips are cross-face underhook. It's exactly the same thing. If I can get an underhook from here, I lean my chest further than necessary and I pin the far shoulder. Now, if he's turning in a little bit in more tightly, right, and his elbow goes across the cell line, you might need to grab his elbow first. Just be aware, if he turns across too much, like he was doing in the rolling footage, you kind of have the back and you can just start getting cross wrists and taking the back. So he has to be careful how much he turns. He's probably gonna keep this in like so. So you can also grab the elbow. The elbow is least preferred, but it's also still a good option. From your cup, lift and take your chest inside his pec. So Sticky tries turning into me. Try turning. I can keep his shoulders flat and I can get my butterfly hook, or I can use this to lift and get a near side underhook, a cross face, or any better type of grip. Now the last one, the near side underhook, a lot of people try to pass with a cross face underhook from here. It can be quite tricky. They use a near side underhook, but same thing from here. Position your chest inside his pec so you can pin it towards the mat and you can start getting the pass. But if you can pin his shoulder towards the mat, life is pretty good. And now we're going to talk about the transition towards half guard to quarter mount. That's also where a lot of people lose it. So if I'm in half guard here, right, we attach ourselves towards a cross face. I put my head nice and wide and I circle my knee towards the inside. As soon as my knee gets here, I want to think about back stepping. So I put my hand on the mat and I back step and I sink backwards and I catch. So he tries pushing me off, I'm immediately sitting in this position. I attach and I focus on pinning the other shoulder, butterfly hook comes in and I pass. But if you just focus on pinning the other shoulder, it's going to become a lot easier to pass towards quarter mount. And then one more.